sold out. They want more people to come. Start packing
Yeah,
their stuff now because they might have a media blackout. Is that? You think that's?
I heard that today. There was cell phone shortages out with Bell and Rogers out here with certain postal codes that were affected by it. They're trying to do everything they can to silence us out here because they don't want the truth getting out, right?
Yeah.
And with people like me and other live streamers out there that are out here live streaming everything, putting the truth out there, showing everything online, what is actually going on out here, it's absolutely crazy, and they're doing everything they can to silence us. So
What of have you noticed? I mean, we've been seeing some cops stealing, taking away the gas. Is that a real thing, or is
yeah,
it was just a one-time incident?
no, that is a real thing. So they raided Coventry, which was a place like a base camp had with a bunch of fuel there. They started taking diesel cans out of back of pickup trucks. They took slip tanks, like they emptied their slip tanks out. There was a guy that was parked up with me in the downtown core. He was parked behind me, and he was carrying a diesel can, just a 20-liter can of diesel. And the cops pushed him around, threw him in the back of the cop car, and they took him to jail. Um,
Really?
yeah, we proceeded to interview the cops, get a badge number or a name. They wouldn't provide us with any of that information, which they are legally supposed to. And on top of that, like there was a lot of people getting their fuel taken away. So a lot of people were out here today. They came out strong. There was hundreds and hundreds of people walking around the streets with empty jerry cans just to deter the cops and try and distract them from people bringing in full ones. And
Ah, yeah.
it's crazy what they were doing out here. They were doing everything they can to stop us from being out here and to make us all go home. But they don't realize that they're on the wrong side of history because we're fighting for their rights too and their children's rights as well.
What? How do you see this ending, or do you see it ending?
Um, I'm hoping it ends soon so I can go back home. But I don't think this is gonna end with us getting what we want, and I'm almost 100% certain on that because these truckers they're a lot of them are telling me that they're ready to jack their trucks up and take the wheels off and sit them on the ground with no tires on.
Wow, man,
Like,
that's so awesome because America, we're just getting our asses handed to us right now, and then we get in trouble for January 6th, and it's like, fuck. And you guys are doing the real deal. That's
man,
the way to do it. And you guys have no guns.
no, and we're making a worldwide movement over here too, man. Like, I get messages like myself just from like going live all the time on Instagram. Like, I'm getting messages from people all over the world telling me how much of an inspiration I am, how much I've made a difference in their country or where they are, and it's absolutely crazy, man. And the cops are doing everything out here they can to try and show anything to get us to show a little sign of frustration or anger or anything. And the whole time you see everyone walking around like me with a big smile on their face. It doesn't matter what the cops do to us or what they say to us. We still sit here with a smile because, we've been here. Well, I've been here 10 days. These other guys have been here 12, 13 days. And as soon as we show one sign of, hatred or fighting back, that whole 13 days was for nothing. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, really. It's pretty amazing to see, even just watching your live footage earlier today of what's going on. But
Yeah.
is there like cops like secretly on your side and you kind of caught that or no?
So I want to say there is because when you talk to some cops out here, they will actually like kind of give you a conversation. They'll actually go out of their way to kind of talk to you, and you can tell the ones that are just there to get their paycheck. You can tell that they're there to support the truckers, but they can't come out and say it,
Yeah.
and they don't have the balls to stand up to the police department and tell them that I stand behind the truckers because they don't want to lose their jobs. I get it. These cops out here, they still need to provide for their families. But the end of the day, man, like, if they believe this is the right thing to do, then they should be doing it. So,
Yeah, they'll get their job back.
yeah, apparently yesterday, a gentleman joined my live earlier and was telling me about it. After the guy got arrested with the jerry cans, I looked over at the one cop and I was like, "Do you have kids at home?" I'm like, "You're on the wrong side of history, man. Like, you should really be thinking about your children that you have at home." So I'm like, "I know you got kids at home." And this cop turned around and he got super frustrated, and I can tell it hit a nerve, right? And somebody told me today that that cop actually resigned from duty and made a video about it online. So I'm trying to find the link to that video so I can watch it and see what's going on. So
Yeah, repost it.
there is a lot of cops out here that, you know, they do support the truckers, but they don't want to stand up and say that, you know, because they're too scared to lose their jobs, which I understand.
What is the next move for the truckers? Just to hang out? Are they? I mean, I saw some footage of them. It looks like a big party down there, and it's snowing. Is it snowing right now?
No, not right now, but it was snowing earlier today.
Okay. What is their next move? Just to hold the line? Is that all they're doing?
We're just holding the line right now. They just we're not allowed to honk horns for 10 days. Because
Stupid. That's the dumbest rule I've ever heard. That's like a Canadian rule.
yeah, apparently that they have the right, if you're honking your horn, they can pull you right out of your truck and arrest you there on the spot. So
Oh, that's, actually, yeah, it is yeah, I can see that law. Yeah, I
we're quiet the last couple of days. You know, there hasn't been any really horn honking or anything like that, you know, but it's been pretty peaceful. We're doing what we can. You know, you got to give a little to get a little in return. And, you know, we're out here doing everything we can. Like that comment down there that says making rules as they go, that is super true. Every day these guys are coming out with something new to try and screw us over and make us look like the bad guys, you know. But at the end of the day, like, we're there. I've never seen, like, the other day I was walking down the streets and it was like I was at a carnival. You know, there was bouncy castles everywhere. There was food stands everywhere from people donating food, clothes, toothpaste, diapers, wipes, like all that stuff to anybody that was on the streets. If you were homeless, you were more than welcome to come and help yourself there. You know, if you were just a protester or just a trucker on the streets, you were more than welcome to go up to the food stands, get anything you needed from all these stands that were out there. You know, there was kids playing. They had like little Connect Four things that these kids could play with out there, like big Lego blocks, bouncy castles, bales of hay they could climb on, you know, and it was crazy, man. Like, and I've talked to some little kids out here too, like 8 to 10 years old, and you ask them like, well, "What are you guys doing here?" And they're like, "We're fighting for our freedom." You know, we don't
yeah.
want to wear a mask anymore. And I'm like, holy crap, you know, like.
Have you heard any word that America's going to do it, or through the trucker talk? Like, the truckers talking. Maybe they
So
know.
I did hear about the convoy. I don't know if you're familiar with it, coming from California
Yeah.
through to Washington.
Yeah.
I've heard a lot of people talking about Washington. I think sometime in March,
Okay.
they're planning to go there. That was what I heard today. I've actually had people reach out to me and offer me a flight to Washington so I can do what I'm doing right here in Ottawa, out in Washington, but I'm not vaccinated, right? So I can't really cross the border. So
Yeah, you could print one out. Don't worry, America. They're idiots at the airport.
but
No, I wouldn't do that. You go to jail.
100.
But man, it's just fascinating that you guys are fighting. Especially, it's freezing out there. Not Americans don't really like to protest in the winter.
Yeah, man, it sucks out here. So the first 3 or 4 nights I was here, it was about -28, -30 with the wind chill.
Oh my God! So
And
what do they?
this year, I was only a t-shirt and a pair of running shoes.
Well, that's Canadian blood.
Pair of running shoes, sorry.
Well, that's because you guys are Canadians, and that's. Hey, with the truckers, do they just keep their trucks on 24/7?
Yeah, so most of the time they're running. You know, the odd time you'll see them shut it off for a little bit, like throughout the daytime when they got the sun up there and stuff like that. But normally, yeah, it is normally running 90% of the day, just so that these guys still have a warm place to sit. You see the odd time they get out, they go for a walk up and down the street to stretch their legs, but 90% of the time there's so many people coming up to their trucks day in and day out that they don't even have time to get out and stretch their legs for themselves. They're just stuck sitting in the driver's seat, talking to people that come up to their windows. You know, like you walk past these trucks from the first day I came here till now, and all down the whole left and right side of their trucks, they got notes from little kids. They got drawings from little kids. And it's crazy, man, to see like how far this protest has gone in just 1 week, you know? It's wild.
Tell me, they're saying that all the businesses are closed around that area because you guys are there. Is that true?
Yeah. So they did close. Yeah, they've closed like everything except for a couple little stores, you know, like McDonald's and Tim Hortons, and there's like a Giant Tiger, the dollar store, just like the basic little stuff that's open. But they closed down the mall. The mall's not open. They have closed down every washroom in the whole downtown core, so that none of these truckers have a washroom to use. So now
What?
now you have protesters going out there renting porta potties in a trailer with their truck, and they're bringing porta potties out for the truckers.
Wow. And the cops, and okay, so is the cops present right now, like weak? Would
No,
you
there's
say?
lots of cops.
And are they just giving everyone tickets? Are they looking for people like you helping people?
So yeah, what it's been is, you know, they've been pretty laid back. You know, like they walk in groups 10 to 12,
Yeah.
everywhere. They're all over the streets. Like they've called in cops from all over the place to come in here to help. And you know, there wasn't really many tickets been giving out because they can't really give tickets out to people that are peaceful, right? And they started giving out tickets yesterday for a couple truckers got ticketed for illegally parking on the street where they were parked. You know, they gave them a $110 ticket. A couple other guys got tickets for diesel cans and just stupid stuff like that. You know, anything
But
to try and scare people away.
yeah, but the truckers are not moving once they get the ticket, right?
No, they get that ticket and they put it on their passenger seat and they still sit there.
Right, because because you guys are getting funding and they would just pay tickets.
Yep.
Did you see the truck, the green truck? He was pinned on the side of the road. It was a video of this guy being pinned. I don't know if it was your video. Do you know
No.
anything?
So I did see that video.
Yeah.
And apparently the cop backed up to his front bumper, and Buddy kept backing up his truck a little bit just so that the cop didn't hit his bumper, damage his truck, right? And he did it a couple times, and then that's when the cops pulled him out of his truck. And I believe they arrested him. I'm not 100% sure. I didn't watch the full video because I've been too busy out here on live videos.
Right.
But there was also another incident with an older gentleman. I think he was in his 80s or in his 90s. He was beeping his horn, and the cops threw him on the ground and arrested him for beeping his horn.
It's so dumb. This is dumb. What's your next? I mean, you're just gonna keep covering what's going on. Are you getting inside the trucks, talking to the drivers?
So what I do is I stand up on the side of their trucks, like on their little 2 steps on the outside by the door, and I go up and I'll talk to some of them. You know, a lot of them don't really want to talk because they don't like on camera, but there has been a couple truckers I've talked to, like the one guy I mentioned earlier that they tried to pull him out of his truck. That guy there, I've had him cry on my shoulder multiple times. He really expressed and opened up like how he really felt. And it was crazy, man. Like, you know, like some of these truckers out here have some very, very touching stories. And sometimes, like when I talk to them, I mute my phone on live because I don't want the people to hear it, right? Because some of them are very emotional, and I just rather keep that to like a one-to-one basis than having thousands of people see it, you know?
Yeah. Tell me, do you ever ask the truck drivers, do they think something else is pushing this agenda? Do they feel like this is a world plan? You know, like a lot of people say that, you know, this is coming from NATO, or, you know, like the prime minister is part of the cabal and all this conspiracy stuff that we always talk about. Do they feel like this is this is it, you know, the Great Reset? They're really trying to push this vaccine mandate, and the next thing is something else. Do they talk about
a lot of these guys, because a lot of these guys have seen the news, right? So they see like how stuff is like paid off out here and how they do everything they can to make us bad people out here. You know, they call us a bunch of racists and terrorists for being out here and doing what we're doing on the streets. So a lot of these guys have really awakened from the bullshit that's put out there. And yeah, like that comment says there, they're trying to break us, but it's really not going to work. You know, we're catching on to the lies, we're catching on to the bullshit, and we're just going to stay here and hold the line until all this is over, man.
Yeah, and when it's over, get your guns back too. Do they I was going to ask you, are these truckers, are they worried about getting work later, or are they're okay because they're being funded?
Yeah, no, these guys are not worried at all. Like I said, they said that once this is over and they can go back to normal life, They said they've really realized like a lot of companies that are out there that will actually stand behind this convoy and support it 100%. And then you have other companies out there that don't want you there, and they have truckers out there. Unfortunately, they're still out here, and they've made those truckers tape up their company logos on the side because they don't want to be known as part of the protest.
So the truckers in Canada have to be vaccinated to work. Is that a correct statement?
I'm not 100% sure on them having to be 100 like on being vaccinated, but a lot of these truckers out here are vaccinated, you know. But that's not what this whole thing's about. It's not about the vaccine. It's mostly about getting our rights back and getting our freedom back and dropping all these ridiculous mandates, you know.
Yeah.
Because a lot, like I said, a lot of these people are vaccinated, and
That's interesting. I mean,
yeah,
at least they woke up before it was too late.
yeah,
A lot of people say your prime minister looks like Castro. What do you think? Do you guys talk at all?
yeah. They talk about that all the time. They talk about that being his father, you know. So,
Okay. And where is he hiding? Has he appeared anywhere?
so he has been in Parliament, I believe, the last 2 days now, right in the downtown core of Ottawa, doing an emergency um, speech thing that they've been doing in Parliament right now. And you should hear it in there, man. These guys are going back at one another inside the house, and you know, so I'm hoping, you know, that this will end soon and we can finally get him to come out and speak to the truckers, you know. And
Well,
either
let's hope he resigns.
that's what I was about to say, hopefully we can get him to resign, or you know, all these mandates are lifted, but he definitely needs to go, man.
Yeah. Did you vote for him?
I did not vote.
Okay.
I'm not really into like the whole politics and all that stuff, but you know, I'm not into conspiracies. I'm not into politics. But when I came here and I seen what the news was putting out and to what was actually happening out here, I was like, you know what, I need to stay because the people really need to know what's going on out here, and what they're putting out on the news is not true.
Yeah, this is a whole big shift for you because I saw your profile.
Yeah,
What you used to do.
normally condos and doing automotive photography, and now I'm out here being a journalist, and it's
Yeah.
great. I have so many people message me, and they're like, man, you should really look into doing like news reporting and stuff like this when you're done this. And I'm like, wow, like, you know, that'd be a huge career change, you know. But
Yeah, I mean, you kind of want to do it when it's summertime, I would think. But I mean,
yeah, 100%. It sucks cold, man.
it does. I bet. Are you guys? I know. Was there videos? I saw videos of people playing hockey in the street. Is that true?
Yeah, yeah, man. So they played hockey. They had a little tournament, and they made a Unity Cup and everything. It was amazing, man. It was absolutely amazing. I witnessed it. I was there. They sung the national anthem before they started playing. It was crazy, man. Like, you know, nothing but peace and love out here. There's not one sign of violence, not one sign of racism, and it's absolutely amazing, man. Just give me 1 second, brother.
Yeah. Interesting, guys. Just so you guys know, his email's right there. You can actually donate to him, and then he will give funds to the truckers and supply them with different things that they need. Tell me, brother, is Antifa or BLM up in there?
So there has been signs of Antifa being out here. I was actually in a case where I was threatened numerous times out here by them.
Really?
And yeah, man. So somebody made a false call to the police department that I had a gun on my waistband, and I left my truck the one day, and about 12 cops pushed me up on a sidewalk. They searched me right there, you know, made me put my hands up and everything, told me get them out of my pockets, don't reach, all that bullshit. And they searched me for a weapon, and I was like, I'm just out here, you know, I'm just on live, I'm doing my thing. And the day before that, my truck was personally attacked too by a couple people on the streets. They dented my door. They tried to smash my windshield, and yeah, man, it was crazy. Thank God I had the truckers out there looking over me. They jumped out and got the guys to go away. They stood up for me, so it was crazy. Yeah, like there has been some signs of those people out here, but you know, it's not stopping us, and we're not going anywhere.
Do we have any Americans in there with you guys?
In the convoy?
Yeah.
Yes, there is American truckers out here in this convoy.
That are stuck in Canada, or?
As far as I know, I've talked to a couple of them, and they have no sign of wanting to go back yet. They're here to stay.
Wow. Okay. So what's your plan for tomorrow?
My plan for tomorrow is hit the streets again. We'll give out some more cash to the truckers out there. Try and focus on what's going on in the streets. Some stage presence where they do some speeches and stuff out there. I actually took my tailgate off my truck today. Got a bunch of people that are walking the streets to sign it. Just try and focus on the good stuff that's out there that the news doesn't want to put out there, right?
Yeah, no, this is fascinating and learning all this from you right now. I would have never heard any of this. So people are saying that you actually give out the money during your lives. Is that a thing you do?
Yep. So I make sure as soon as I get a donation, it's right there on live with me giving it out, just so nobody thinks that I'm pocketing any money. You know what I mean?
Right. Well, I mean, as long as you're comfortable there as well, too, because I know
Yep.
you still got to pay your bills. As far as cops watching your live feeds, don't you feel like they could be watching you and could be?
Oh, 100%. They watch me, and like I say, every time I'm on live, I just give a big smile and I tell them I love all you guys watching me. From supporters to haters to other people out there that just watch and don't comment. I'm like, I love you guys all. You guys are all amazing, man.
That's good. No, that's what I would do too. Yeah.
Man.
Any last words you want to say?
No, man. Just thanks for having me on here. I appreciate that. And if you ever want to get together again on another live and do a little interview like this,
Yeah. I would like to do a whole hour podcast with you, just so we had it in a more formal setting.
Yep.
Where you can really, where you're relaxed and you can break down things a little more than this live. But yeah, let's set that up too.
Yeah, man. 100%.
Is it true that Canadians always say A?
Yeah, we do say that a lot. And I also have some maple syrup candies in my truck too, as we speak.
All right. And then those are all your real teeth too, right?
Yeah, those are, yeah.
All right, brother. Thanks for coming on, man. Great.
Yes, appreciate you, brother. Truck, yeah, homie.
Yeah, truck, yeah, there you go. Cool.
Yeah, we also got that trending too. Truck, yeah, I had that trending.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay. That's cool. All right, thanks, buddy. We'll talk again tomorrow.
Yes, sir.
Later.